Lights are off on the pace truck. We are green flag racing once again here in your feature race again.
You guys, I got MaxSpeedTV on the car as well. You guys do a great job broadcasting. I always enjoy going back and watching them. And hi, Mom. I know she's watching right now as well.
Ready? All right.
Second flag.
All right, welcome everybody to the SSCA Dirty Studios pre-racing pre-season thunder. I'll get that out right.
Flag.
This is Rudy Cummings covering for Jeff Dotson here tonight. I've got Charles in the booth with me here, so we'll try to give you the best coverage as they're getting ready to line up here for the first round of qualifying. They are single car qualifying. It looks like Steve Seegers coming out, I think. That's what I'm seeing here. He is rolling off a pit road now.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. Yep, he's pulling out right now.
Everybody's getting into their cars. They've been called to their cars, so everybody will be getting ready. One car qualifying at a time. And it looks like it might have been a little miscommunication there on who's going to be starting. I'm not sure. Race control covering a few last minute things here, so hang on a minute here while they get this figured out. But welcome to everybody. Glad you could join us here on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate that very much. You can give us a thumbs up on the video if you'd like. Check out our full schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com, and also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. A lot of great drivers in here tonight, Charles. I know quite a few of these guys. Glad I could be here tonight covering for Jeff. Jeff's out sick tonight, so all right, looks like we got Joe Johnson, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I think they're unsure who's going to be rolling out first.
Yeah,
Michael Snow's going to be
confusion.
covering tonight, I guess, for they're trying to figure out who's going to be rolling out first.
It's usually the slowest in practice that usually goes out first.
Well, that might be Joe Johnson, but we're
I do see Joe up front, queued in the line, so he probably will go out first.
Be patient with us, folks. They're trying to figure it out here.
Looks like Jeff Myers headed on track.
Yep, Jeff Meyer. Guess going to be first one out. All right, comes around to take the green flag. They only get a couple of laps here to turn in the best time that they can possibly turn in, so. All right, his first time is a 15.533. I'm sure he can get a lot better time than that. Second lap should be his fastest. And yes, it is with a 15.522. So Jeffrey Meyer, is that how you say it? Meyer?
I think so, yeah.
Meyer, okay. All right, looks like out next is Joe Johnson. With kind of the lap time he can turn here. All right, his first lap, 15.235. See if he can better that. And no, he was not better. Okay, so his first lap was his fastest lap. Second lap was a 15.300. All right, up next is Steve Seegers.
We got Tim Cox with a new P1 position with a 15.133.
Oh, they're going out faster than they're going out 2 or 3 at a time. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with.
Well, Seegers now with a 15.089. So he takes over the top spot. Now nobody's on the track. Okay, here we go. Donald Stewart rolling out next. All right, he gets the green flag. Let's see what he turns in here for his first lap time. All right, and his first lap time is a 14.975, so he takes the top spot. As he completes his second lap, looks like Sean Kalis rolling out next. See what Donald Stewart turns in here for his second lap. If he can beat that 4.149, and he's not going to do it. So, all right, Sean Kalis takes the green flag, or excuse me, that is his green flag lap, 15.803. And he goes to second on the board with a 15.013. Mike Donahue up next. See what he turns in here for his first lap time. All right, he comes up to 6th on the board with a 15.269. For him to turn into his second lap here and see if it's any quicker. Yes, he does jump up one position to a 15.189. He will be in the 5th starting position. Up next, Vernon Margam. Margheim, okay. I always called him Margam, but Margheim works for me. And waiting for him to turn in his first lap here. Comes around. Out of turn 4, across the straight here. Let's see where he comes in. And he does come in 3rd place on the board with a 15.046. As he completes his second lap.
David Washington's on track now.
Yeah, he doesn't improve. David Washington completes his first lap. 14.846, taking over the pole. All right, looks like he's not going to better it with the second lap, so he will hold on to the pole for now. Coming out next, I do believe, is Ralph Vandervorst. He takes his first time. It takes him up to 10th on the board. .026 makes him 4th on the leaderboard. If he can top that with his second lap, 15.019. So he doesn't pick up any more positions on the board, though. Kevin Fetty rolling out next. Takes a green flag. And his first lap is
Second.
Wow, nice. 14.904. Got a big wiggle coming out of turn 2 there, so I doubt he's going to better that lap.
No, definitely not.
Nope. All right, up next, we've got a couple of them on there. Looks like Dylan C. Jones coming out next. I expect a very, very good lap out of Dylan.
Yeah, he is the current points leader.
Yep. No surprise. All right, he comes around to take his first green flag lap. And only 3rd on the board, he's only going to take 1 lap. Okay, 3rd on the board. All right, up next, Mark Kluhl. Take his first green flag lap, and that puts him to 9th on the board with a 15.095. And his second lap puts him to 4th on the board, 14.944.
Nice improvement by Mark there.
Yes, it was. Jeff T. Martin out next.
And Jeff goes 5th with a 14.9261.
Nice. Very nice lap. And his second lap was no improvement. So, all right, coming out next is going to be Gerald Campbell. And he put it 9th on the board with a 15.031. Let's see if he can better that second lap. Big wiggle coming off a 2 there. Might not have been a good thing to help him for speed. And he
did.
does better. Yeah, 15.018. So great. 8th place. All right, coming out next, Josh Bonwell. His first lap time put him to 2nd on the board with a 14.895.
When he smacked the wall from that 2 there.
Did. So it doesn't look like he's going to get his second lap in.
Yeah, no, he's definitely going to pull that one in.
Yep. All right. Out next, Steve Durham. Comes around to take his first green flag lap. See where that puts him. Oh, he hit the wall. That lap will not count, folks. I don't know if he'll get a second chance at qualifying or not, but he will not get a qualifying time.
Yeah, no, he crossed the line, which that annulled the second lap.
Yeah. Andrew Fairnair is coming out next. Got some pretty good racers in here. Wow. I know quite a few of these guys in here. They're all pretty good racers. Fairnair's getting ready to come around and take his first lap. And that put him to 2nd on the board. With a 14.865.
Yep, and he's going to say that's enough. That's all he's got.
One and done. All right, Richard Dix coming up next. Yep, one and done. That's, hey, one's good, man. Your second lap probably isn't going to get any better, Charles.
Yeah, especially if you really push it on that first lap, you're going to, heat those tires up.
Richard Dix, I don't know, really off the pace here. Only 17th on the board. Wow, really slow time there with a 15.394. Might have been by design. Sometimes, some guys like to qualify it, back in the back of the field.
Yeah, sometimes not a bad call, stay out of any trouble that could happen mid-pack, All
right, well, I don't know if there's any other guys going to be taking qualifying times or...
Well, it looks like the rest probably didn't want to do a qualifying time.
Okay. Well, if you're just joining us, folks, you're watching the Dirty Air Studios, SSCA Dirty Air Studios preseason thunder here at Bristol tonight. 200 laps on tap for the drivers, so it's going to be a lengthy show for them. Now they do stages here tonight, so stages are lap 50, lap 100, and then the final all the way to 200. So 3 stages in the race here tonight. So this is going to be good racing. I always like Bristol, kind of one of my favorite short track. But a lot of people don't realize that 1 and 2 is a little different than 3 and 4. They are, it's kind of like an egg-shaped oval. It's not really perfectly oval. So there is different throttle points and different braking points going into the turns. That is if the drivers use the brakes. Some drivers don't like to use the brakes.
Right, yeah. I know some of those.
Well, I mean, you know, if you drive it right, you should barely have to tap them brakes. You know, I've noticed what a lot of drivers do now, they never let off the throttle. You know, they just tap the brake a little bit with their other foot, and that just enough to kind of set that nose down enough to get them good bite coming into the turns and out of the turns. And when they release that brake, they're right back loud, you know, on the loud pedal again. So,
Right, and that keeps the RPMs up, so
yes.
they get right back at it.
All right, looks like we are about ready to advance this, or what? I don't know how they usually do this. They usually advance it, or what?
No, they usually don't.
All right, the drivers meeting then. All right, we got about 10 and a half minutes in. Michael? All right, we got about another 2 minutes here, and then they're going to advance it then. Well, should be about another 30 seconds, and they should be advancing it. If that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, we'll see here.
They're not going to advance. They're not going to advance the session. The drivers are telling them to wait because there may be some guys coming in a little late. Guys may have stepped away before qualifying, and they'll be back. Well, let's see if we can get a driver down here and talk to him and find out what's going on here. Josh Bonwell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Josh, what's the plan here tonight for you? You had a pretty, actually a very good qualifying time, 3rd place. Tell me about that qualifying lap.
The qualifying lap was a little rough, not quite as good as I like, and then I hit the wall coming out of 2 on the second one, so we're just going to roll with 3rd here and try to make a good race out of it.
Well, what's the plan? Are you going to try to just get right up there and lead, right off the bat, or what do you plan on doing?
I'm going to try to get out front. I need to win stages tonight and get laps led points if I'm going to win this championship.
Well, that is true. I don't have the points available to me, but I'm not sure where you're at in the points. I'm just stepping in for Jeff tonight. He's sick, so sorry about that. What's the truck feeling like out there? Is the high side going to be the usual line here tonight?
It could be. I'm finding a little bit of grip down low and in the middle, so there'll be some low passing, I believe.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I mean, you're probably going to want to make that move while you're on fresh tires, though, correct?
Right, and it'll get to a point where it's going to look like a lot of slide jobbing.
Well, what kind of a fuel window are we looking at here? You'll obviously make it to the first stage without having to worry about it, and probably even the second stage. But coming to that 3rd stage, 100 laps, will you be able to make it the whole 100 laps? I don't know if tires are going to hold up that long, will they?
Yeah, I'm not going to plan on it. It depends on how the car runs during the first 2 stages, if I like it or not, but I'll probably end up pitting somewhere around 40 to go, I'm thinking.
All right, well, that's good news to know. All right, well, we wish you the best of luck out there tonight, Josh. Thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy.
All right, brother. All right, let's see if we can get one more up here. We talked to Don Stewart. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you. How you doing, Rudy?
Hey, I'm doing well, brother. Well, we're just stepping in for Jeff here tonight because he's not feeling well. But what's the truck feeling like out there to you tonight?
Well, you caught me a little off guard. It's a little tight. You can overdrive it real easy. You're just gonna have to try to lay back and save your tires because it's gonna eat up that right front all night.
Sure. Well, you had an 8th place qualifying time. Is that about where you expected, or did you expect a little bit better of a lap time than that?
Actually, I expected worse, Rudy, to be honest with you, because Bristol is not one of my favorite tracks to drive.
Well, 14.975, that's pretty respectable. I mean, you're right there within about 1/10 of the leader, David Washington, so you must have did it something right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, at the start, I'm just gonna try to manage my truck and try not to hit the wall and try to save my tires and see what how bad they wear out on the first run there we get. Very
good, very good. All right, well, we'll be keeping an eye on you, Donald. Good luck out there tonight, man. It's looked like it might be a little difficult for a lot of drivers.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rough one. I think everybody's gonna be pretty aggressive tonight.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we've got a couple of drivers' perspectives here tonight that Hey, why do I keep muting that and it keeps coming back? I don't understand. I've muted it like 4 times and it keeps coming back on. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh yeah, well, David Washington comes out of here with the pole with a 14.846. Close by, Aaron Farinair's in second place there with an 865. So only a couple of hundredths of a thousandths off of the pace there. That's really not too bad. I mean, that's pretty close racing. So looking at it here, we've got from first to, gosh, man, from first to 10th is only about a tenth and a half. A little over a tenth and a half. That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Like Donald said there, it's tires. They only get 4 sets, so tires.
Yep.
It's going to be the thing tonight.
Wow, boy, they make it pretty like realistic, don't they? 4 sets of tires is all you get. Wow. 24 drivers on the grid. Looks like qualifying is going to be over. We're going to get them down here on the grid here in just a second.
Checker flag. Checker flag. Caution somewhere, caution.
Hey, Chuck. All right, as they're starting their grid here, let's get a rundown here where everybody's going to be starting. David Washington with the pole here tonight. Congratulations to him with a 14.846. Congratulations. Aaron Fairnair starting on the outside of the front row in second. Josh Bonwell third. Evan Fetty in fourth. Dylan C. Jones fifth. Mark Cluel will start sixth place. Jeff Martin in 7th, Donald Stewart 8th, Sean Kalist in 9th place, Gerald Campbell 10th, Ralph Vandervorst will start 11th, Vernon Margheim will start 12th place, Steve Seegers will start 13th, Tim Cox 14th, Mike Donahue will start 15th, Joe Johnson 16th, Richard Dix will start 17th, Jeffrey Mayer will start 18th, Eric Stanford 19th, William Locklear in 20th, Steve Durham 21st, David Gervais, I guess it is. Gervais will start 22nd, Derek Fisher 23rd, Brandon Parsons 24th. So we did have a late arrival there right at the very end.
Caution somewhere, caution.
All right, they're rolling out.
Looks like we have one guy that's going to start on pit road, Steve Seegers.
Well, they get 2 pace laps around here before we kick them off. We're looking for stage race, the lap 50. Take their first caution here, mandatory caution for the first stage. And stage points do count. They do want this stage win to get the maximum amount of points. Pace cars in. David Washington holding back here. Green is out. Underway. start there. They all get lined up here. Still trying to get them lined up. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, we got about 4 or 5 guys that didn't even start the race here tonight. Wow. Barron's right there in second place. Josh Bonwell third. Going to try to, looks like he's trying to take a look here on the inside of Aaron Barron's. Not going to happen. Dylan Jones in fourth.
We got a few cars on the wall, 65. Mark Cool, we got one
There's the caution. Ralph Vandervoort's going to get collected into that. And Steve
Durham.
Yeah. Wow.
Looks like a chain reaction. A few cars, just a few trucks there just got in the wall, and they all followed each other on the wall.
Well, let's go back and take a look at it there, Michael. All right, so I'm on Steve Durham here to see what happened. There may have been something that happened just ahead of him. I'm not sure. It looks like he did come up on the back there of the number 21 a little bit. Oh, he got hit from behind by the number 20 there of Steve Seegers, and that punted Steve Durham down on the field. But there was already a caution out, I believe, and that was Ralph Vandervoort. Let me see what happened to him. There may have been some contact between him and, yes, there was. Looks like he had a little help there from the number 33, Richard Dick. He got up into the wall, and Richard Dix got into the back of him. Absolutely nowhere to go. And I believe that's what actually brought the caution out.
Yeah, so we had two wrecks there at the same time. So.
Right, yeah. Yeah, actually, he was wrecking before Steve Durham got hit there from behind. So, yep. So that was like a double whammy right there, double caution. So we had trucks on pit road getting fixed up. Meantime, David Washington's still in the lead.
Yeah, and with the tire sets, I really doubt he'd come down. It's way too early. You know, that's one of the cool things about the tire set rule. You know, you're not just pitting every time the caution's out for new tires. So.
So nothing's changed up here in the front 5 have stayed the same. David Washington, Andrew Fariner, Josh Bonwell, Dylan C. Jones, and Kevin Fetty. We're just waiting on the lights to go out.
And no fast repairs, so you get damaged, you stuck with it.
That's right.
Yeah, usually they do have one, but for this race, they have 0.
They have none.
Tough place to not have any fast repairs.
That's for sure. We may not see too awful many trucks finish here tonight if that's the case. But the good thing is they don't have any incident limits, unlimited incidents. So, and that's probably a good thing. You know, because you're going to get incidents. You're going to get, you know, tap the wall or tap another driver or something. There's going to be close battles. You know, you're going to get into one another. This track's noted for that. So, it wouldn't be Bristol if it wasn't.
Yeah, it's Bristol, baby.
Yep. All right, here we go. Pace car's in.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green
David
this time.
holding
We
them
are
back
not going
here.
green.
Yeah, they threw the caution out.
Oh, they threw the caution again. Okay.
I think there was a truck with the EOL that did not get back in place from what it looked like. I may be wrong.
All right, pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green. We're off and going this time. A little bit of a slow start there, but they got her going. Jeff Martin in 5th place now. Got a pretty good jump there on Kevin Fetty.
Cleared him, moved up there. Yeah, he's clear.
Yes, sir. And Fetty now being challenged on the outside here by Mark Cluel.
Dylan C. Jones with a good run to get around Josh Bonwell.
Oh, yeah, great job. I don't think we've seen the last of that. That's going to be Dylan's a very good racer. You don't get in the points lead by not being aggressive out there and try to get to the front quickly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But the only lap that really counts is the last one. But, you know, them stage points mean a lot, too, you know. So, you know, he's going to want to try to get up there at least to try to be in position to possibly win the first stage.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe he hasn't actually won a race. He's been getting those stage wins. I think that's how he's got up front.
Well, there you go. Wow, that's great. Well, here comes Josh Bonwell back on the bottom. Might try to get a run. Nope, not able to do it. Donald Stewart still hanging on to 9th place. Right behind him, Eric Stanford. I'll get that out right. Eric's already picked up 9 positions since the start of the race. So nice looking truck too, Pepsi. All right.
Yeah, already we're seeing the field's gotten really strung out.
Well, that's good because Donald's on the Mountain Dew, yeah, but Eric Stanford's in Pepsi. Yeah, they're already getting spread out. You're right. And, you know, that's probably not all a bad thing, but the thing of it is you don't want to get spread out too far here. Dylan Jones takes it to the bottom and is going to take over second from Andrew Fairnares.
Nice slide job there by Dylan.
Yes.
Oh, now Josh Bonwell taking a look.
Little dirt style racing there. Well, the line is the upper line right there, but, you know, it's like we heard Josh say, if you're going to make a pass, you've got to do it fairly early on new tires. But they've already got 19 laps on these tires now, so, you know, you take that into consideration. Not all of them have been green flag laps, of course, but just enough that it does knock the newness off of them.
Right, and they went through a cold, going under pace laps. They're cold. You got to heat them back up, so that takes a lot out of them.
Jeff Martin did get around Kevin Fetty. Fetty goes back to 6th. Meantime, David Washington getting away up front. He's got about 0.3 of a second lead there over Dylan Jones. He's down on the bottom, and Dylan's up about high to midline right now. And boy, did he ever gain some time on David Washington right there by doing that.
Yeah, he did. He got a really huge run. Let's see if he can get this job done here and pass him.
I'm not sure why. David, you know, some people like to drive down the bottom. I don't know. My experience with the bottom like that is it really wears the tires out a lot quicker.
Yeah, and like I said, that's going to be key. So I would figured he would have moved up. At least, you know, he would see Dylan making that run and then move up the top lane, but he hasn't done that.
But Dylan's got within a couple of tenths of him, but he has not been able to pick up any other time. So I don't know if we... Oh, and Dylan got up there and actually just a slight brush of the wall, not really a touch, but just kind of brushed it enough to kind of steady the truck back up. Bonwell still in 4th. Let's go back in the field here a ways. Vernon Margheim in 17th place. Does have a little bit of damage on that truck, was caught up into that wreck. So pretty tight battling going on here. Gerald Campbell and Mike Donahue. Gerald just drove on by Mike Donahue.
Yeah, here in a few laps, the leaders, they're going to catch up with the back of the field, so that's going to be interesting to see if they have to adjust their line or not.
Sure thing. Well, David has actually pulled away again from Dylan, and now Dylan's under fire by Andrew Fairnares. Fairnares comes back on the inside.
He got him.
Yes, sir. I would say maybe that brush there with Dylan Jones, he might have backed it off a little bit, said, I don't need to get up there just quite yet. Oh, and Josh Bonwell hit the wall pretty hard there. All right, 29 to go, or 29 down, I mean, not 29 to go. Jeff Martin, 5th place. I don't really see any battles going on. Just like you said, they're getting it's kind of spread out around the track quite a bit here now. So the only real battles are between Dylan Jones and Josh Bonwell. Bonwell keeps taking a look on that bottom, but he just can't muster up enough speed there to get by him. Well, they have caught up the lap traffic. David Washington clears them. Andrew Fairnares clears them. That is the number 50 there of Jeffrey Meyer. And he's staying down on the bottom there to stay out of the way. Dylan Jones, whoa, what happened to Dylan there? Wow, did he get loose? And that was enough for Josh Bonwell to get by. Good save by Dylan Jones.
Yeah, there may be more damage to that car than we're seeing.
Yeah, he does have just a tick of damage on that. I did notice that. Wow. Maybe that hit in the wall was a little more severe than I thought it was.
Oh, he just got in the wall again and straight away.
Yeah, he's having difficulties right now with handling or something there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with Dylan's truck. Well, Bonwell's got clear of him and pulled away by about 0.6 of a second, so might be a good thing. Mark Kluhl in 7th. Eric Stanford, 8th place. Eric working up through the field pretty nicely here. Started 19th and is up to 8th with that Pepsi machine. Fetty and, let's see, Kluhl in a battle here. Fetty going to go to the bottom. Or I'm sorry, that's Kluhl went to the bottom. And Stanford going to follow right along behind him. Both of them passed up Kevin Fetty. Now, Fetty started 4th place, and he's going back through the field here quite quickly.
Yeah, I wonder if he could be saving tires.
You know, that's possible. I didn't think about that. Well, they're coming up on the first stage here in just about another 10 laps. It's been all David Washington out front. He's led all of the first 40 laps of the race. Mariners back in 2nd. Bonwell 3rd, and Dylan Jones in 4th. Well, I'm sure they're going to welcome new tires, and if they have any slight damage, like we're seeing on Dylan's truck there, he may want to get that checked out and see if there's any way they can pound that fender out and check the steering out. The steering is probably going to be more important than the fender because the fender's just cosmetic at this point. There's really no aerodynamics here at all to speak of, so. Hey, Jeff Dotson's in chat.
Hey,
Get better,
doing
there,
better.
brother. Get better, brother. We got this stuff. Charles and I got it. All right, about 5 more laps here for the first stage, and Fairnares has closed the gap up on David Washington. He wants that first stage win. Man, he's putting the pressure on Washington. And a little wiggle there by David Washington coming out of the corner, too.
Yeah, he's right there. I thought he was going to look and make the move, but he just didn't have enough.
Yeah, well, if he's going to make his move, he better hustle because he's only got a couple of more laps to go here.
There he goes. Oh,
Taking a look. Oh, he got the nose there, but it was better safe to not take him out than to try to stick that nose in there and go, because he would have wrecked probably both of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, David wasn't giving him much room. He's like, "You ain't got me yet," and right, he doesn't want to damage that nose too much. Save that for the end.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Fairnares has kind of backed off now. He said, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get by him. So he may just settle for second place. But David Washington still in the lead. They should get the yellow flag this next time by.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, there it is right there. Okay. All right, so first stage winner goes to David Washington. I take it you guys do interview the stage winners?
10-4.
While these guys are talking about everything there, let me get him up here and we'll talk to him. You want to talk to him, Charles?
Now you got it.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk to them if they're coming to pit road. I'll wait till they come off the pit road.
Yeah.
It's going to be really quick anyhow. It's going to have to be a quick interview because it doesn't take long to go around this track.
Sure doesn't, even at pace speed. Looks like Tim Cox is going to stay out and take the lead. Probably just going to get a bonus point in pit.
Yep. All right, we got David Washington in the booth with us here. David, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, David, you come out with the first stage win there. How's the truck feeling after 50 laps?
Truck's feeling good. Bottom's where it's at. Just, we slowed it up. My teammate was behind me, so we just kind of slowed it up. Didn't want to get into lap traffic too quick and, a mistake happened, but just get through the stages and see if we can pull it out.
Well, you know better than I do about it. You saying that bottom's good, and seeing I've always been one to say that the high's better, but a high side's better. But Andrew Fairnares tried to get by you there a couple of times, and we seen a little wiggle coming out of your truck there. Was there any contact between you two? We didn't see any.
No, we're just sticking together. He's my teammate. We're just he's trying to learn the line, so I'm just trying to show him and talk to him at the same time without messing up myself.
Oh, true, very true. Well, what's the plan here for the second stage now? You got 50 more laps to go to stage 100.
I'm actually probably going to let him get out front here once the green goes and see what he can do out in the lead.
Oh, hey, that's a good teacher. All right, very good. Okay, well, do we expect to see you in victory lane for the second stage?
Yeah, if we get off pit road good after that second stage there, we'll see if we can get the third one and then go with all out at the end.
All right, brother. Well, we'll let you get back at it, because I know the interviews are really short here because it's a short track, so good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm kind of wondering if, if he does let his teammate there, Andrew Fairnares, get out front, if Andrew will feel a little bit of a difference on that truck as far as being out in clean air like that, I know the short track you really wouldn't think it would matter that much, but I've heard a lot of people say that even on the short tracks you feel a little bit of a difference being in clean air.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd imagine there probably is going to be a difference.
And you got the whole track to yourself too out there. You can go high, low, wherever you want to go. That does kind of, matters to me anyhow.
Oh yeah.
Well, you want to get them going?
Sure.
Okay, get them going.
All right, man. Like to back on the
And
pace
they're
car. We're
throwing
not
the
going
yellow
green
out.
this time.
Not
We
gonna
are
go.
not going green.
So one more lap and then we'll go green.
Well, it's kind of the thing about a short track, you know, it's hard for the back of the field to get caught up before they do go green.
Right. And there goes the pace car, jumping down the pit road.
Ready, green,
And green flag, we're back underway here for the SSCA Dirty Air Studios preseason thunder here at Bristol.
Good start there by David Washington. And Eric Stanford now in third place. He comes up on the inside of Fairnairs, and he wants that second place.
Yeah, I think he kind of changed their what they were going their plans there. They realized they had to go.
Yeah, and you know, I see David Washington, he said he was going to let his teammate get up there and lead a couple of laps to see what he could do, but when you see the pressure of Eric Stanford and Jeff Martin that they're putting on him, he really can't afford probably right now to let Andrew get by him.
Right, all plans to go out the window. You got to go for yourself.
Yeah, this isn't a teaching class at the moment here. This is to try to stay ahead right now, you know.
Well, in a way, it's still teaching. He's schooling them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I think Andrew's picking up some pointers there from David Washington for sure. Daryl Campbell up to 5th place. Seen some of these guys. Josh Monwell now back to 6th, and Dylan Jones is in 8th. They actually had actually had good pit times there, but I'm not sure why they're back so far. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well, Stanford got to Fairnairs, but was unable to finish it. There you go. Fairnairs is going to take over the lead from David Washington. They kind of got out there a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like the plan. They wanted to get a bit of a gap and then make the move.
Sure thing. Yeah, good deal right there. Now David Washington can hold off the hard charge from Eric Stanford a little bit there.
Oh, he gave him a little bump at the end of the straightaway there.
Oh.
Yeah, he might have to go because Stanford's right there. He's not falling back any. He's ready to make a move.
Yep, and a little wiggle there off of Fairnairs I seen coming off the turn. Jeff Martin back about 1.3 seconds. Really no threat to them right now, but we got a battle here between Josh Bonwell and Gerald Campbell. Bonwell to the inside of Campbell right now. And boy, he's not giving Campbell a whole lot of room up there by the wall. And Campbell does rub the wall, and that clears Dylan Jones to get by.
He lost a lot of momentum on that rub on the wall.
Yes, he did. Well, the thing of it is you know, you force somebody up there, and eventually, you know, they will get into the wall. It's just a matter of waiting for them to make that mistake, and Campbell did. He did make that mistake and get into the wall, so hopefully that's not going to hurt him too bad. Tim Cox gets by. Campbell going backward now, kind of like you said, knocked the momentum out.
Contact back in the field. Oh, he saves it in the 70. Who was that in the 70?
Mike Donahue.
Yeah, there was a little contact.
Oh, good save. This isn't a track where you want to start spinning out, because being a short track like this, man, they can come around real quick up on you. And there's nothing worse than to come around a corner and there's a truck stopped right in front of you. Oh my.
Yeah, that's very scary.
Yeah, you can't see it till it's right there, you know. So, well, David Washington letting his teammate get out there and lead some laps. They're keeping their distance pretty good here from Eric Stanford. I'm impressed with this run that Eric Stanford's had, coming from 19th to 3rd. That's impressive.
Yeah, and his truck looks clean.
Yeah. Yeah, keeping it away from any contact or hitting the wall or anything is definitely a big plus out here tonight. Checking in on Don Stewart. Don has nothing but gone backwards here since the drop of the green flag, but I don't think we need to be too concerned about that, because if I know Don, he'll get back up there before long. He's kind of pacing himself right now. He might not be here for the stage wins or anything like that, but let's see if he can muster it up at the end and be there for the actual win of the race.
I don't know if David's just saving his tires, but Andrew's doing a good job staying out in front.
Sure is. Passing up the lap car there, Richard Dix. That puts Richard a lap down. Well, second stage comes on lap 100, folks, and we're only about 23 laps away from that, so well, they're clicking the laps down really quick here. Well, I'll tell you what, since Andrew got out in front there, he's definitely pulled away from David Washington, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Well, I'm kind of a firm believer in that. When you get out there like that, you can, you've got the whole track to yourself. You can run whatever line you want to run. You can drop it to the bottom, take it back to the top, or start to the top and drop it down to the bottom. You can do whatever you want out there, and it does make a difference if you don't have somebody in your rearview mirror or challenging you for that position. I just think it makes a whole lot more relaxed environment, and if you're more relaxed out there, he's probably got his feet up on the dash listening to tunes right now, and he's just relaxed mode and cruising around here. He's what you got to do, because heck, he's got a 1.3 second lead over David Washington.
Yeah, the only thing is, if you're in the lead, you're the first to come to lap traffic, so...
That's true.
That's one negative to being out front,
yeah.
But obviously you want to be out front.
Right. Well, they're not too far from catching up to 16th place, Vernon Markheim. He is 12 and a half seconds behind the leader, so that puts him not that far ahead of the leader, only about maybe 3 or 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, Andrew's coming fast too, so.
Coming up on Jeff Meyer right now. Put Jeff another lap down. Jeff is 6 laps down and about to become 7 laps down. It always makes you nervous too when you're out there in the lead like that. You're clean, all the way around you and everything. You come up on lap traffic, you just hope that lap traffic does, hold their line and stay steady, don't wreck you or something like that. It's always it's a concern and a worry that I would always have as a driver. If you're leading the race, not that I ever like too awful much, but if you're leading the race, you do definitely want to worry about that.
Yeah, if it's one car, it's a little easier, but if you're coming up to some cars battling, that's when it gets a little hairy.
Yep. Well, Stanford, and he's doing a great job here, hanging right with David Washington. Doesn't look like he is closing the gap on David, but I'm not too sure if that might be by design right there. David could be just kind of relaxed too, just in cruise mode, that he's just going to try to just stay ahead of Eric Stanford until they get to the next stage here.
Yeah, it looks like that's might be what he's doing, but who knows?
Yeah, he's 2.6 seconds off of Andrew Fairnair right now. That's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
No really other battles. Tim Cox and Gerald Campbell in a battle here. Since Tim got around Gerald, it's been kind of nip and tuck between those two. Now, we did notice that Gerald had a little bit of damage on that right front, so he's either been into the wall or into, tapped somebody's fender or whatever, but it doesn't seem to be affecting his speed at all because he's hanging right there with Tim Cox. And matter of fact, he's taking a look on the inside of Tim Cox now, and he does get that position from Tim.
Yeah, he does.
Nice. Very nice. Coming up on Dylan Jones, our points leader. Washington has gotten away from Eric Stanford now. I keep wanting to say Stafford. I don't know why, but got Stafford on the mind. But about a second between them two now. So I'm not sure if David, like I said, David might be just kind of cruising right now just to get through this second stage.
Campbell's having a look at Dylan Jones now.
Yeah, and a lot of lap traffic involved in this too here. Steve Seeger's right there. They're going to have to deal with him here in a second. How much that's going to come into play, and that is going to kind of box in Dylan Jones a little bit. Campbell's going to definitely take advantage of that situation. I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold it down there on that bottom like that, because now David Washington said the bottom was better. So maybe he's right, because he did make the pass on Dylan Jones.
Took him a while, but yeah, he did good.
Yeah, very good. Well, coming around here, we got a couple more laps to go, and the second stage is going to be over. We'll be at the halfway mark here, folks, with Andrew Fairnares in the lead by 2.8 seconds. He just keeps lapping cars.
We got a car on the wall. Steve Durham just tapped. He's good, and he keeps going.
All right, one more lap to go for Andrew.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, there's the caution.
Yeah, there's a wreck. Yeah, 50 of Jeffrey Meyer, 35 of Steve Durham.
Oh. Well, that was about perfect timing. Michael, you can go back and take a look at it if you want.
Steve Durham in the 90 car, or not, excuse me, 35 car. Yeah, it looks like he spun the 78 out. He just turned in and spun him.
Well, we'll get Andrew down here real quick and talk to him when they come off of pit road. Talk to him about his second stage win.
Done.
Andrew, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, second stage win there. David let you get out there and lead a few laps, and boy, did you ever pull away. Wow, great lead.
Thank you. Truck felt good and clean air, what can I say? I know we were trying different things to figure out tire wear for this last stage, so we're all working together. We ran a little harder. Definitely, I think Dave is a truck to beat, though. He's got a long run truck and a short run truck. He's taking it easy there, so got one. I think we got about one set of tires left. There's a caution in this, but we'll give it everything we got.
Very good. Well, we were talking about the clean air on these vehicles. We know there's not much aerodynamics out there to be had, or to worry about. But clean air does kind of make a difference, doesn't it? I mean, you were back there in second for a while behind David. Now that you're up in the lead, does the truck feel that much different?
Yeah, it's not too much different, but I mean, I felt like I could run the bottom a little better. Felt like it's stuck down there just a little bit, but clean air does magic, so I can't really explain it. It's kind of a driver's feel. Maybe it's mental that you're in the lead, but I definitely felt a little difference.
Well, that's what I'm kind of wondering too. I mean, you got the whole track to yourself out there. You don't have to worry about looking in the rearview mirror if there's a guy out to your right or to your left or anything. And I think it is kind of a mental thing, but there's a lot of drivers that'll argue that fact with you. They'll say, "Oh no, clean air is where you want to be," So, but it's a personal preference. Well, now you grab them bonus points for the stage win. Are you going to go on for the win here tonight?
We're going to definitely try. Like I said, I think Dave has the best truck out there, better tire wear than me. But, I learned something from that stage. Maybe we'll use it to maybe grab the win here, steal it away.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Andrew. Good luck out there, brother.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Charles, can you get him going? I got to step away for just a second.
10-4. And there goes the pace car dropping down into pit road. Green flag. We're back underway here for the SSCA Dirty Air Studios preseason Thunder race here at Bristol. Andrew got a pretty good jump on that restart, and he's going to clear David. Oh, David might come back. No. They're going to stay single file for first and second, but there's a battle going on. Third looks like Josh Bonwell will take third. Eric Stanford looking for fourth, but no, he's not going to do it. And there goes David Washington making the move underneath Andrew to take the lead. Josh Bonwell making a run. Tried to do it, but he couldn't quite make it stick. And he's going to fall back. He's going to lose another position maybe. No, he's going to keep it. Very good racing here for third place right here. And they're still side by side. Josh Bonwell and the 15 of Jeff Martin. Looks like Bonwell will clear him for third place. Meanwhile, David Washington is just checking out right now.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to step away there for a quick minute. David Washington back out in the lead now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he let his teammate get that second stage there, boy, and he just dumped right on it. Bonwell putting the pressure to Farron Eric now. I'm really impressed that we haven't had any cautions here, really, to speak of. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, they're actually doing fairly well for Bristol. I mean, they're keeping it really clean.
I mean, oh, there, now we got a caution.
Yeah, I think we jinxed it. I don't see anything, though. I don't.
Steve Durham goes around. And it looked like it was all on him. It looked like he got into the wall there, just tapped the outside wall and then actually kicked him right to the inside. And it looks like he has taken his car behind the wall. I think he's had enough today.
Yeah, he's had a pretty rough day.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, you know, that, I mean, he did, see, where did he didn't even qualify that well, really. I mean, he started 21st position, but he'll wind up finishing 20th. And then, of course, the four guys that did not start the race, Derek Fisher, Brandon Parsons, William Locklear, and Joe Johnson did not start the race. So we're down to 20 drivers left in the race, but Steve Durham, oh no, Steve is back.
Yeah, he's back on pit road.
Okay, he's back on pit road. Good, very good. You know, that's what I always say. Never give up.
Never give up.
If the wheels will turn on that thing and you can steer it, get out there, because you never know what's going to happen ahead of you. You could pick up a ton of positions. You know,
Yeah, there's still 80 laps. You know, someone else could have a day or night-ending wreck, and so you could pick up that position.
Well, Dylan Jones coming off pit road late, just barely beating the pace car around there. He's going to be starting last car on the lead lap, 16th place. I think Dylan might be having some difficulties here tonight. I'm not sure. I'm used to seeing Dylan running a whole lot better than this.
Oh, yeah. Well, luckily, I do believe they do get one drop week, so he might be using this race.
Could be. Yeah, he's going to maintain that points,
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight for the SSCA Dirty Air Studios pre-season Thunder. Well, there's a lot to remember there, but I'm just stepping in for Jeff here tonight. Jeff's been sick, or so we're hearing. I don't know. He's been in chat. I don't know. What do you think, Charles?
Oh, no, he's sick.
I know. I'm just picking him. He knows that he likes it when I pick on him.
But then again... maybe.
All right, lights are out on the pace car. We're going green this time by David Washington and Andrew Farinair's up in the front. We've got about 77 to go when they get the green. Age are out the window, and I believe most of everybody has used their four tire changes. Get it out. All right, pace car's in.
Ready, green.
And there's the green. We're off and going. Oh, a little stack up there. The 15 of Jeff Martin almost got into the back of Andrew Fairness and Josh Bondwell. Man, did he pull a fast one on Andrew. Andrew's going to lose another position. Eric Stanford. These guys really trying to make a difference on these new tires. If you're going to make that move, you've got to get up there and do it quick. Fairnair's back to the bottom of Stanford. Ooh, wiggle by Stanford. They're coming out of the corner. And Stanford coming back around underneath Andrew Fairnair. They're trying to. Barnwell glad to be back up in the second place here. And he's putting the pressure on David Washington. I don't think David's too awful shook up about that, because David has led 80 laps here tonight. So that's a fair amount to say that he's pretty much dominated tonight.
Yeah, Josh is second in points, so he's dealing with having a bad race. He's been able to race a little more aggressive than he probably normally would.
Well, that's what he's got to do. He probably came into tonight not sure what the outcome would be, and now that he knows that Dylan is actually clear back in 10th place and there is a shot for him to take over the points lead, yeah, you're going to see a whole different driving style out of Josh Bonwell.
Right, yeah. When you have a drop week, you really don't know what, how it's going to turn out. So you just get the last race, you got to go for it.
Yes, sir. Dylan passing up the number 70 there. Mike Donahue goes into 10th. Boy, they're stacked up back here. Vandervorst, Poole, and Gerald Campbell. These guys stacked up back here, and Dylan Jones picks up another spot into 9th.
He's definitely got something going. He's picking them off.
Yeah, maybe he saved his stuff for the end of the race. I don't know.
Ralph got in the wall, just tick there.
Fairnairs and Stanford still at it. And they have actually managed to reel in Josh Bonwell now. the drop of the green there when they got kind of stacked up there with Andrew. I don't know what was up with Andrew there. He just like was sleeping at the wheel or something. He did not go. And wow, that could have really stacked it up. It could have been a really ugly start right there just by him not going.
Yeah, it looked like he might have spun the tires.
That could have been too, yeah. Washington out front, 87 laps. Here comes Fairners to the inside of Bonwell. That would be to try to get second back. He's going to drive it down to the bottom. I'm sure his teammate David Washington talking him through this. Oh, a little wiggle. We got a caution. And that looks like David Gervais?
Yeah, Gervais, I do believe.
Gervais, okay. Yep. Go back and take a look at that. All right, he seems to be okay coming off the corner here. He's got the number 20 of Steve Seegers right behind him. Steve looks to the bottom, and he does make contact with him. So the number 20 of Steve Seegers does get into the back of David there and spins him around. Contact between those two, and he hit the inside pit wall pretty hard. So he's going to have pretty severe damage on that truck. So, all right, they're back up green, and it looks like most of everybody come in, all the leaders come in, but Tim Cox, Dylan Jones, Sean Kalis, and David Gervais are going to stay out. David Washington, first one off of pit road, though, will be back in 5th place. So now if they only have 4 tires to choose from.
Those guys that just pitted, I think that's their last set.
Yeah.
They just grabbed.
Okay.
I'm not too sure, but Tim Cox might still have his last set.
Well, let's get him down here and find out. Tim Cox, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Tim, you still got 1 set of tires left, don't you?
Absolutely. Still got 1 set, trying to save that set. That's why we stayed out here.
That's very good call. I like that call. Well, now you got the competition has changed a little bit up in the front here. You got Dylan Jones, the points leader, right behind you. You think you can hold him off?
Well, I'm not trying to fight too much right now, just trying to hang on to what tires I have left on this set. So hopefully we get a caution with like maybe 25 to go. That way I can throw on this set and come back up towards the front.
And I like your thought process. That's really awesome. That's a well planned out race. Well, how much did the cautions throw your plan out the window a little bit? I mean, did it change up your strategy any at all?
Well, I didn't have a strategy coming in. You know, it's hard to plan a strategy at Bristol with all the cautions and you know how close we run together and all that. So, you know, there's really no strategy. This is really just a fly by the seat of your pants type of call here.
All right. Well, you got out here and led some laps. That's a good thing. I'm sure you'll get some bonus points for that, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really racing for points. I'm just out here for experience, really. So, a little experience here leading.
All right. All right. Well, we'll let you go, and good luck out there, Tim.
Yep, I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, he's not racing for points. He's just racing for the experience. I like that. But I still like his thought process on that, Charles.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's not best to have the last set of new tires first. You want to get those last. The last one have the freshest tires on track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wow. That's a good.
Right,
that's
man.
a good
like
way to
back
look
on
at
the
it.
pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
It looks like he's going to choose the outside for the restart.
Well, that's probably a good call because he knows, Dylan's probably going to be a little faster, and then you've got guys behind them that are going to have new tires. That's probably a good call. In the upper line, he can actually kind of save what more tires that he needs. If he's going to go to like 25 to go, he's got quite a few laps to go here if he's going to try to save them tires till 25 to go.
Right.
We're at 60 to go right now.
It's definitely a good call. If you're going to want to save those tires, you want to start up top.
Yep.
And stay up top, probably.
Yeah.
He's probably not even going to battle anybody. If they go down low to try to pass him, have at it.
Yep. Sean Kalis going to be restarting third, and David Washington fourth. Now watch for tire spin right here because this is where we may see it. Pace car's in.
Ready, green.
Good start there, but I don't know. Did he jump that start? No. No, I guess not. Okay. All right, Dylan Jones.
Oh,
actually going to get. Oh, yes, we did.
Oh, Josh Bonwell was in that.
And Andrew Fairnair. That brings the caution out really quick here. Let's go back and take a look at it.
It's going to take some good trucks out of it. Well, they might still be in it, but they're going to be damaged.
Now, this was right after the restart here. Oh, Fairnair's almost got into the back of Bonwell on that start. Oh, they were passing up the number 45 there. And, yeah, okay, going into the corner here. Bonwell.
He actually clipped the 45 trying to pass him.
And they're going to go 3 wide. What? And Bonwell does get into the side of the 25 and comes down and gets into the side of Andrew Fairnair's. And both of them going to go for a ride there. Oh, my. But both of them going to have some pretty good damage. Actually, I think Bonwell got a whole lot more damage than Fairnair did on that one.
Yeah, he hit the wall head on there, so that's going to be a lot of damage.
Well, Tim Cox still holds on to the lead. David Washington second, Dylan Jones third, and Jeff Martin in fourth.
Yeah, now Tim's going to have to hold off David, and David's going to be right beside him.
Well, we got time enough for one more interview here before they go back green. So, Dylan Jones, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, Dylan, you're going to be restarting in third place. Now, you didn't stop on that last pit stop. Do you still have one more set of tires to go?
I don't know. I got to talk to my crew chief on what he had planned here. We might.
Yeah, I'm thinking, according to my math here, you've been on pit road 3 times, so yeah, I'm not really too sure about that. Maybe you're on your last set. I don't know. Well, do you have anything for David Washington? He's been extremely fast. I know you're the points leader coming into tonight, and you know you haven't won any of the stages so far. Are you going to just try to ride this out and get as many points as you can tonight?
Well, Dave's probably on fresher tires the way it looks right now, and I've been struggling here tonight pretty mightily. So I think we're probably going to be points racing right here to the end.
Very good, very good. Well, if you could get the win here tonight, kind of would really keep you up there in that points lead, because it wasn't looking too good for you there earlier. But man, I'm telling you what, you've really made a comeback here, up to third now. So this is pretty good news for you.
Yeah, we got to stay here in front of. I think Campbell's the guy we're battling points real hard with, so we're going to try and stay in front of him here.
All right, brother. Well, we're going to let you go. Looks like you're getting ready to go back green, so good luck.
Yep, thanks.
All right, I believe the lights went out on the pace car, so we're going green next time. So it would be restart on lap 148. Be about 52 to go when they get the green. Get them going there, Charles.
All right, and there goes pace car dropping down into pit road.
Ready,
Green flag. We're back underway here at the SSCA Dirty Air Studios preseason Thunder race here at Bristol.
Hey, what, Jim Cox got a really good jump out of the hole there, and he needed that over David Washington. But just knowing David Washington's got those new tires, Jim Cox has still got one set of tires left, and I believe David's used his last set now. So if they can hold a while, now if Akash should come out right now, and David Washington can't come to pit road and get new tires, and Tim Cox could make a big difference.
Yeah, I think the only negative to that is there's not very many people using that same strategy, so he's going to be far back if he does.
True. Yeah, true. But he'll be able to pass on the bottom a little easier than everybody else. Here comes Jeff Martin, goes by. Tim Cox said he wasn't going to battle anybody right now. He's just out here for the experience. He's not in for points or anything like that. Dylan Jones, points leader. Now he's looking to the inside of Tim Cox. He stayed out there with Tim. And I believe, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe Dylan is on his last set of tires, the same as the leader up there, David Washington and Jeff Martin. Most of these guys have used their all their tires. Eric Stanford, I believe. I don't know that for a fact. I really don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, we definitely don't know that for a fact, but we do know Tim. Tim does have one more set.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool that they actually do that, though, that they actually, they're only allowed 4 sets of tires here tonight, so I think that's something that I've never heard of a league doing, and I think that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Makes it really more interesting. Like I said, you can't just pit every caution for new tires.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Now you get 4 or 5 laps on tires, and you stop and get 4 brand new ones again, so, because tires here do actually mean a lot. This is this concrete surface on here at Bristol, man, this just grinds the rubber right off of that. And you heard guys saying about taking care of that right front is going to be the key here tonight. And, it depends on how hard you drive it into the turns and how hard you drive it off the turns, how much it grinds that right front off of it. So, but Andrew Farner is trying to make a comeback here, coming up on Gerald Campbell. He does have quite a bit of damage on the car, but I think he'll be all right. Vernon Margheim in in 9th place. Mike Donahue, that is your top 10. But we do still have 16 cars on the lead lap right now.
Caution somewhere.
25 car.
Oh, Donald Stewart going around. Oh, and several of them trying to lock it down to miss that. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Donald Stewart. Is that who you seen too?
It was originally, I think it was the 45 Sean Kalist.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll start out with him.
Yeah, I think Richard Dix was the one that caused it, I do believe, in the 23 car.
Okay, yeah, Dix is coming up on the inside of K-List here. And I see Don Stewart right there. Yes, he did actually. Yes, he made contact there with him. And, of course, Don Stewart was right there behind him and got caught up into it. Did hit Sean Kalis quite a bit.
Yeah, nowhere to go for the 78.
Yep. Then we had a couple other guys there, the 20 and the 21. They actually, that was David Javaris and Steven Seegers. Looks like they just tried to lock it down to avoid that, and they wound up getting into each other. That happened, though.
Oh, yeah, it happens a lot.
All right, so David Washington. I guess he's still not going to take that, if he does have another set of tires or not. I'm not really too sure. Let's
I
see if we
think
can...
Washington does.
I don't think so either, but I don't know that for a fact. Let me get Jeff up here and talk to him. Jeff Martin, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeff, do you have a set of tires left?
Honestly, Rudy, I don't have no idea. I think I've only changed 3 sets.
That's what I'm kind of showing here, too. So I'm thinking that you may have 1 set left. Well, you're up in second now after starting 7th. Can you do anything with Washington?
I don't know. Honestly, this is probably the closest I've ever been to Washington in any race, but I love Bristol, so...
Well, it's looking pretty good for you out there right now. I mean, you're in an excellent track position, and just thinking if you do have 1 more set of tires, and if you could stop like any time now and get those 4 fresh feel goods, do you think you'd have anything for them then?
No, because the minute you go to the back of this pack, you don't know what's going to happen.
True. This is true. Yeah, it's very difficult to pass. Well, what do you find in the bottom line or the top line better for you?
What's that?
I said, what do you find in the top line or the bottom line better for you?
I like the top line, but you kind of drift down to the middle, and it seems to be all good. It's a mixture of both, depending on who's running up behind you.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Well, we'll let you go and wish you the best of luck out there, Jeff.
I appreciate it, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right. Waiting on the lights are out, so they are going green next time. Jeff Martin's going to start on the outside of David Washington on this restart. Eric Stanford, he has been right up here in the top 5 this latter part of the race. He's ready to try to bring home a win here tonight. All right, pace car's in. Here we go, back to green. And Stanford did get a jump on Martin right there. And here comes Aaron Fairnares to the bottom. Wow, did he ever just drive by Martin there or what?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, contact. And Martin's going to get up into the wall. He's going to go back to 7th real quick right there.
Oh, and Tim Cox is around.
Oh, no. Yep, he's around. Tim Cox. We got several of them involved in that. All right, we're going to go right on board here with Mike Donahue and see exactly what happened. The number 66, I believe that is, no? Tim Cox comes up on, oh yeah, right there, contact between Tim Cox and Mike Donahue, and that's going to spin both of them here a little bit. Tim Cox comes back up in front of Donahue. Boy, they hit the second time. Yay. Ouch.
In the parking lot. Cars everywhere.
Yeah, very, very hard licks between them two. And then the 23 come around. Richard Dix actually got into Tim Cox there as they were all coming to a stop. So, all right, well, back up front, David Washington still in the lead. Eric Stanford second. Aaron Fairnares third. Mark Kluel, in fourth. And Vernon Markheim in fifth place. Top 5. Right now we got 32 to go when they get to the line. If anybody has any tires left, this is the whole thing what they were saying. They don't want to stop if they don't have to, because then they're going to be at the back of the pack. You know, some guys have come in and stopped for all their tires, so they're in position to take this the rest of the way. So if you get somebody up here, these front two, that would stop to take them for that last set of tires that they have, might not be a good call. But looking in on Jeff Martin here now, he's going to be back in 12th. He did stop and take 4 fresh tires, so let's see what he can do with them. He might just march up through the field. There's a lot of damaged cars ahead of him. Richard Dix is up ahead of him. Richard's been into several cautions. Kevin Fetty, Don Stewart, these guys all have damage on their car. Dylan Jones' truck, his car is pretty clean. Vandervoort right there with him. Gerald Campbell, he's got several bumps and bruises along the way, but I think his car is okay. Vernon, he had one little contact there, but I think he's all right. Andrew Fairnares, not sure.
He's getting an EOL penalty.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Don't know what for, but yeah, he's getting an EOL.
All right. Well, that's going to put him back to the back of the field again. It's been a learning night for him. I mean, he got out there and led some laps. He led 46 laps tonight. But he learned a lot, I think, and he's going to take a lot out of this here tonight. Not sure what he got the EOL for, but lights are out. We're going back green. Get them going here, Charles. $29 to go when they get the green.
All right, there goes the pace car dropping down into pit lane.
Ready.
Green flag. We're back underway for the SSCA Dirty Air Studios preseason thunder here at Bristol.
Cool into third. Vernon Margheim does take a look to the inside of Kluhl, but not able to do it. And Stanford may have a run on the outside of David Washington.
Yes, he does.
Oh boy, look at this. And he's going to prevail on that, take over the lead.
Nice job.
Yes, nice pass outside. I think that outside line has come in a lot. They've laid enough rubber down up there that you know, I think it's might be the lines are changing a little bit here. But here comes David Washington back on the inside. Not sure if he's going to be able to get the run on Stanford. Not that time. Oh, close right there. Almost made contact. He's getting some really good runs, but Stanford right there. Now Stanford takes it to the bottom. Fly job up in front of Washington. Washington backs it down there. He takes a different approach at it, comes up on him, almost make contact again. And almost again. Boy, he is riding the back bumper there of Stanford. 24 to go, folks. And right now, all Stanford could do is to try to protect that position and mirror drive a little bit there and watch and see if Washington's going to try it low or high. And just be there in front of them to protect that position. But, you know, you can go so far with that blocking stuff, and then it's going to come back to bite you.
Yeah, and look at Mark Clewell. He's up there in third. He's just looking at this like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys. Somebody make a pass or something here, because he's got Dylan Jones breathing down his neck right now, and Dylan wants that third place. Dylan's trying to get every position he can here to try to hold on to that points lead. Really having a tough time getting by Kluhl right now.
Yeah, that bottom just doesn't seem to be working as much as it was.
Yeah, I don't know whether they've, like I said, I think maybe they've gotten rubber laid down on the high side a little bit, and I think the high side might have, we might have switched lanes here somewhere along about halfway. Dylan does clear him. Yeah. But if you watch Stanford's line here, now he's taking about mid-line, and then he drops it to the bottom coming out of the turn. And I think that's the line that David Washington's been taking too. So if they're running about the same line, it's going to be difficult for David Washington to pass him. Coming to 17 to go this time by, folks. Well, again, thank you all for tuning in here tonight as David Washington taking a look to the inside. May have something saved up.
No,
man.
And look at what doing.
Yeah, they're going to be, it ain't going to be longer. They're going to be 3 wide, guys.
Yeah.
And Dylan Jones takes over the second place. Now he says, okay, I'm going to go on for the win here. The heck with you guys. You guys can battle it up for second. I want this win. And we didn't think we'd even see a win out of Dylan tonight. And look at this, battling for the lead.
Yeah.
I don't think he was even too sure about it.
I think there's a little bit of contact there.
Well, Eric Stanford's got to be loving it right now because them two battling side by side like that's letting him put a little distance on them. And, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, my hat's off to Mark Kluhl. He's done a fabulous job of hanging on here with these guys.
Yeah, he is. We haven't really, he hasn't been up here that much. Oh, he's going for it again. I don't think he's going to. That bottom just isn't doing it.
Well, Dylan's been able to make it work a little bit, but I think Dylan's got just a little bit fresher tires than I think those guys do. Kluhl comes back on the outside around Dylan Jones. And yeah, David Washington's really struggling right now to try to make that pass on Eric Stanford. That might be a good thing. Well, David, we can cool them tires off and maybe make one more jump at it here before they get to the final couple of laps. I think that might be what he just did right there. I think he backed it off and cooled them tires, and he's going to make one more run at it here. He might try the high side.
He
I don't
clipped
know.
him.
Yeah, he did. There is some roughhousing going on out there, a little contact here and there. But, you know, he's getting pressured. Oh, Washington into the wall. Man.
They're just going at it.
Yep, well, David's getting pressured by Dylan Jones right now, and boy, David hit the wall again there. And now he tries to the inside again as they come to take 8 laps to go, folks. 8 to go for Eric Stanford, David Washington, Dylan Jones, and Mark Kluel. These 4 battling it out here to see who's going to come out the win. We might see some contact between somebody, and we might see a surprise winner out of this.
That's very possible.
And David Washington continues to get into the back of Eric Stanford. I don't know if he's... there he... Oh, whoa! And
good save.
Wow, almost spins him. And I can't believe Eric Stanford held on to that, man. That was amazing driving by Eric Stanford.
Yes, it was.
And Dylan Jones just can't seem to make that run on David Washington. Washington's going to have to try to figure out a different way to get by him. He can't keep making that contact. He takes it to the high side.
Oh, we're 3 wide.
Oh, my gosh, I don't know. And that's it. Oh, that almost come out ugly right there.
Oh, Dylan's getting loose.
Oh, my gosh, I'm telling you. 4 to go. Kluel taking them over second with Dylan Jones in a battle here.
Oh, no, Eric.
Oh, Stanford into the wall.
But he keeps it going. He's still on the high side.
I can't believe this. This is unbelievable racing by... is the caution going to come out?
Oh, yeah, there's...
Oh, the contact again.
Dylan was in the lead. I think Dylan, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Dylan might have been the leader when the caution flew right there, but holy smokes, that's going to end under caution. What a battle right there at the end, folks.
Yeah, I think Dylan's going to get the win here.
That was amazing racing right there between those 4 drivers. Holy smokes.
Absolutely, a great show.
Well, that's terrible for David Washington, though, because he is on pit road now. He's going to have some pretty severe damage on his car. But like I said, you know what? We would have almost seen a surprise winner out of that. It was the way it was turning out. I wouldn't even have been surprised if 5th place would have come out the winner on that one.
Right? Yeah. They were going at it. And tough break for Eric, leading all there at the end and lose it just because of a caution came out at the end when you're side by side.
Yep.
That's a tough break.
Well, he did an amazing job of holding them guys off. I don't know how he did it. A couple of times there he was actually almost, the truck was going around. There was just no getting around it. It was going around, and he managed to save it. So what a job for Eric Stanford to drive that thing like that. Golly.
Yeah.
Checker flag.
Well, congratulations to Dylan Jones, the points leader, coming home with a victory here. And really kind of, it was just, he happened to be there at the right time when that caution flew. So congrats to Dylan Jones. Well, I'll get him up here and start talking to him.
Checker flag.
Are you ready, Michael? All right. Okay, we got Dylan Jones in the booth here with us. Dylan, you got a copy?
Yeah. I got
Holy smokes, brother. Man, my heart still hasn't settled down from that racing. What did that feel like to you? Because you were racing it up, you know, you were pressuring David Washington, Eric Stanford, you guys all in a battle, Mark Kluel into that. Tell me about that finish.
That was insane. I don't even know what happened at the end. We were just every which direction.
Wow. Well, you guys still racing?
He told us to go again. I'm not sure what's going on, to be completely honest.
Okay. Well, then I better wait.
I'm not... Oh, it's white flag, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, no. Guess the race is over. I think I won. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what's going on.
Crazy finish all the way around, I guess.
Well, anyhow, tell me about that battle at the end there, because you guys were bouncing off of each other. You were into the wall. You were out of the wall. Tell me about it. That was absolutely off the chain.
That's the fun thing about these trucks is you can make a little fender contact and you don't wreck instantly like the cup cars. Do this in the cup cars, we all would have been dead, but that was amazing. I mean, I was on the apron, I think, at one point, drifting the corner, and we were just trying to get all we could.
Yeah. Well, maybe I better check with the admins here to make sure that it is official that you did get the win here, because if you guys were still out there racing like that, I'm not sure what happened there. Let me see if I can find, who is that? Mike
Snow.
Mike Snow. Where's he even at? I don't even see him in here.
He's in the race control.
Oh, okay. Mike, can you give us the official there? Or was Dylan Jones the winner?
I am still trying to work that out. I am hearing from drivers that we were not supposed to do that in the preseason.
What? Do what?
Basically, what happened there is we were experimenting with an overtime rule, something similar to what the Peak Antifreeze series did in their last race. Me and Gary watched it. We liked it. So we were going to give it a shot. I didn't know that he didn't want to do it in the preseason. And me being the only person up in the booth, all he told me is that, hey, I'm writing this into the...
What happened? You froze. We lost you.
I had somebody else talk in my ear, sorry. All I knew is that Gary wrote it into the rulebook. I didn't see the post on Facebook, so me and Gary talk about it and can see definitely that we did that. It's a plus because we can see what we need to change procedure-wise as far as overtime goes. I suspect what's going to happen when I talk to Gary, either tomorrow or Friday, is we're going to consider the race official at the checkered flag. That's probably what is going to happen. But on the plus side, doing it that way, we see what we need to change about the procedures and what we need to look at going forward.
Okay. So then we can actually say Dylan Jones did win then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then we can actually take the official standings then. Okay.
Yes, I do apologize. I put you guys on the spot with that.
That's all right. That's all right. As long as we know, we want to make sure we're interviewing the official winner, not a rule change winner. So great. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
I thought I was on the air, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you are on the air.
Oh.
But
wasn't this just great?
Well, yeah. Well, we want to get the official rundown of it here, to find out what's going on. So, but that way, everybody that's been listening in is not as confused as we are. We don't want to. We want to make sure we got the straight skinning.
Everyone that's out there watching, I am terribly sorry about that. I'm up here by myself. It's my first race off the leash, so I do apologize about the confusing finish there. I do suspect that the official, the iRacing, what iRacing says is official, will be considered official.
Very good. All right. Well, that's what we were kind of wondering. Okay. Well, we're going to get these guys up here and talk to them. And thank you, Mike. We appreciate the rundown of it and the official word. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. Great night.
All right. Anyhow, back to Dylan Jones here. Dylan, tell us about that win and what this means to you to hold on to the points lead.
It means good momentum going into the season for us. It's going to be a long season. Yeah, it's good to start out with momentum, but we definitely want to make sure we end like we started the season here.
Very true, very true. Well, again, congratulations on your victory there. That kind of confusing win there, but we got through it, and hopefully going forward that they do have this figured out here for the. I think next week you actually start the official season.
I believe so. And what's Bristol without some controversy?
Well, yeah, that's right. It's Bristol, baby. So, all right. Well, congratulations on your win here tonight, Dylan. Anybody you want to thank?
Thank you. I got all you guys at MaxSpeed and SSCA for putting this all on.
All right, Dylan. Well, I won't see you, but these guys will be back next week to cover the first race of the season. So good luck next season, or the next race, and good luck in the season here, and hopefully you pull out a championship.
All right, thanks.
All right, Charles, you want to take second?
Sure, Eric Stanford, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
So you came home second. I mean, it's tough. You were leading there at the end, and, you know, what's your thoughts on that finish there?
It was a good race overall. It's good, pretty fun. It's fun there at the end. Everybody's bumping and made for a good finish.
Yeah, you had a good run going. It's just a shame, but you know it is what it is. You know, so got anybody you'd like to thank?
I thank my wife, family for watching. Being on a Valentine's Day and all, I'm up here racing and she's up in bed. So.
Okay, yeah, well, go out there and celebrate, man. You got second, and you know, and get ready for the start of the season, and we'll see you there.
Yep, see ya.
All right, Jeff Martin, you got a copy? Jeff?
I got you, Rudy.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you come out of there third. Tell us your rendition of what you seen, the battle going on up there for that man. I'm telling you, that was absolutely crazy what was going on up in the front.
Well, much like you said too, when I went once I got knocked into the wall, I decided, okay, I'll just go ahead and take 4 tires. I started 12, and I was so fast that if I'd have got there, I believe I could have beat him. And then all hell started breaking loose. So, but I'm happy with third.
Oh heck yeah, man! Well, yeah, you can't really complain considering you were back in what 12th or something on that restart.
Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah. But like you said, you had those fresh tires, and you just chopped them right down, man. You went right up through that field. And so I mean, I think it was a good strategy, whether it was a planned strategy or not. It all worked out good for you. But yeah, if it would have stayed green, yeah, I think you would have been a factor up there for sure. But the way them guys were battling up there, I don't know if there would have been room for you to get in there. We would have had to make it 4 wide, Jeff.
I'd have had to get in there and put the truck there somewhere.
Yep, you'd have to stick that nose in there somewhere. So, but great race out there, Jeff. You know, I thought you ran really well. I mean, I was watching you pretty much the whole race there, and I was trying to see here. Yeah, you didn't get to lead any laps, so no bonus points under you, but third place overall, that's not a bad finish at Bristol. I mean, considering everything you went through tonight.
No. Bristol's a fun track. I love Bristol, so I'll be looking forward to when it comes back there again.
Yes, sir. Well, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, definitely Rudy, you and MaxSpeedTV, and the sponsor on my truck is Freedom Train. It's a friend of mine's band. D'Amico actually has their music, so and D'Amico, if he was running the cameras, I see it says Michael. I'm not sure if that's him or not. He does a good job.
Yep, that's him.
And the SSCA, so I enjoy it. I'll stick around for it for a long time.
Very good. All right, well, good luck next season. As you guys take on next week, I'm not sure what track you're at, but next week starts I guess the first full race of the season. And now that you're through the pre-season thunder here, and boy, what a better track to you know, to end the preseason thunder on than Bristol. I mean, wow, that was some great racing out there tonight. You guys had some long green flag runs, and that was what was really awesome.
Yeah, that definitely helps too. It spreads everybody out, and you can run down who you can run down instead of catching somebody. A caution comes out, and then everybody's jumbled up again.
Yep, it's better to battle one truck at a time than it is to try to get by 2 or 3 at the same time, you know.
Oh, yeah,
right, Joe.
It's just so damn hard to pass here. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. All right, well, thanks for talking with us, Jeff. Again, congratulations on third place.
All right, appreciate it, Rudy.
All right, let's run down through the final results here, Charles, and we'll get out of here. Dylan Jones comes home with the win here tonight. Kind of controversial, but they worked it out, and the official standings are as they stand. So this race, now I don't know what going forward the rest of the season is going to be like, if they're going to experiment further, but anyhow, Dylan comes home with the win. Eric Stanford, after leading 25 laps there, does get that win taken away from him by Dylan, and he will come home second. Jeff Martin third. Vernon Margheim will finish fourth. Ralph Vandervorst in fifth place. Mark Kluel sixth. Andrew Fariner seventh. Gerald Campbell 8th, Donald Stewart 9th, and Sean Kalis will finish 10th. Carl?
All right, finishing 11th, we had Richard Dix. Finishing 12th, Kevin Fetty. Finishing 13th, David Gervais. Finishing 14th, Steve Seegers. And leading most of the race, you know, it's a shame that he finished far back, but David Washington will come home 15th. Steve Durham will come home 16th. 17th will go to Jeffrey Meyer. Tim Cox will finish 18th. 19th will go to Mike Donahue, and 20th place will go to Josh Bonwell.
All right, Joe Johnson 21st, William Locklear. These guys didn't start the race. 22nd, Derek Fisher 23rd, and Brandon Parsons. They did not start the race. So, but again, congratulations to Dylan Jones for the SSCA preseason Thunder here at Bristol tonight, folks. Thank you to Dirty Air Studios for being on board, and thanks for watching tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.